Good morning, and how are you today? I am fabulous. I'm waiting for my coffee to brew. I'm using the timed feature on my coffee machine, so I'm just waiting patiently, kind of. Man, I hope you had a great day yesterday. I hope you have a great day today. I hope you are well. Man, I don't know what else to talk about today other than this because I was thinking about it last night. I mean, we could sit here and ramble on about COVID and Afghanistan and all these other things that are going on. But when you think about it in general, how we approach how to deal with this stuff, man, I don't live my life in fear. Maybe somebody would consider that irresponsible. Why? Why would that be irresponsible? Because if I've done everything I can to manage myself in these types of situations, what else can I do? Sit there and wait? I've seen people live their entire lives, literally, in fear, wasting hours, days, weeks of their lives waiting for something that doesn't happen. And then I guarantee you, if there's a way to look back and say, man, I wish I hadn't done that, and count up those hours and days in fear of weather, okay? In fear of something that never happened. Man, I can't live like that. I just can't. It's just so crazy. Look, I understand this whole COVID thing is terrifying for some people, and I'm not saying you shouldn't be. You live your life the way you choose to live your life. Well, people are dying. You're right, and they're going to keep dying. One of them may be me. I don't know. I don't want to die from it. I've got my vaccines. I say this almost every day now. You know, I don't want to get sick from this thing. I've seen it. People tell me how horrible it is. I don't want it, but I'm not doing anything actively to go get it. So what am I going to do? Sit in my house all day? Sit in my apartment all day? No, that's not a way to live life. Sorry, we're human. Humans are social creatures. We know for a fact the damage that we do to ourselves mentally when we isolate for too long. Folks, I am an example of that. I don't like talking about it because there were a couple months last year that were really, really bad. I really struggled to the point where it needed to be medically handled. There's a lot of people like me. Maybe they don't want to talk about it, but let me tell you something. I'm not afraid. I have no fear of what's coming. Maybe it's my faith. All right, I make no qualms about. I'm a Christian, and I have a belief system, and that faith is at the core of who I am. Maybe you don't share that. Okay, that's your life. You do what you got to do. And I'm not perfect. Ooh, far from it. But if one of the things that ideology brought me is not living in fear. And I don't live in fear. So when there's a virus or a potential war or some of the insanity we're seeing now out of this administration, and that's going to have a massive impact on us. And I have to say it again in case somebody watches this. I'm not saying Democrats, okay? I've voted for Democrats. I'm talking about this particular batch of people, okay? And that includes some neocons and conservatives too. So please don't. I mean, I could sit there and focus on this stuff all day and be terrified because there's a couple things here that we're seeing happening. They're just, oh, holy crap. But I'm not, because no one's going to dictate to me how I live. No one's going to do that. You can come up with every law in the book. There's ways to break them if they're stupid. And I determine that because I'm free. I have my rights, and you can't take those away from me. You can try, but you're not going to. You're just not. I don't get it. One example of something that happened. I don't want to use specific people. It was last year. Well, it's happened more than once, actually. So it's not using anybody specific. I guess it was about 3 times I saw this happen. Somebody went to reach to shake hands with somebody, and a couple people nearby screaming in terror. Screaming, not, hey, I mean, like literally, like they just saw the dead. That kind of terror. And you're like, all right. I get that you're a little upset right now, but where did that come from? And then you think about, man, I don't want to get too no. Let me move on from that. I don't want to judge people. All right. But how you live your life on a daily basis, living in fear and terror of things that you have no control over. I can't do it, man. I can't. And I don't. When I see people do it, it's weird. It's really, really weird. We're social animals. We need to be around other people. We need to interact. We need to engage. There are times where you need to be safe, but there are times after a while where people just like they see what's going on around them and they're like, no. Why are we doing this? And that's what's happening with this COVID thing right now. We are seeing people in Australia who have been put completely under heel in the city areas on the east. These are people that asked for what they're getting right now. They asked for it. You want the government to have that kind of control over you? Oh, they're going to, and they will exercise it. No matter what, they will exercise it. And if you think it's just going to stop with COVID, it's not. I mean, you watch these videos in Australia. I mean, it's like you're watching China, for God's sake. People being beaten in the streets by cops. For what? And you're looking at we somehow think we can shut this virus down. Folks, it's here forever. It's here. That's it. But before 2 years ago, it was planet Earth. Now there's a new paradigm. Earth plus COVID. Nothing we can do about it. It sucks. But I'm going to live my life the way I feel like I need to live my life. I am not going to be dominated by fear and cowardice. That doesn't mean be reckless. But I've said this before. It's real short today. I'm going to let it go with this. We get, 15 minutes on this planet, man. Make the most of it. Strategizing and planning and plotting and scheming. That can become your life. Worried about something that may never come. Example. Yeah, I wasn't planning on taking my pension out of I used to work for UPS. I worked there for about 12 years. 13 years, whatever it was. And I got my pension now. I started getting it now. I should have waited, maybe they say. If you'd waited another 10 years, you would have gotten more money and blah, blah, blah. I don't want to wait. I want it now. I don't know where I'm going to be 10 years from now. I don't know where I'm going to be 10 minutes from now. There could be an asteroid aiming at our heads right now. I'm not saying don't be smart, but embrace a moment. Don't be afraid all the time of everything. Don't fear living. That's all I got this morning, man. I wish people would open their hearts a little bit more to understanding how frail existence is, but how beautiful it is if you let it be. Golly, even in the toughest times, there's beauty to be found. You just have to want to. And that's it. That's all I got this morning. I just want you to don't live in fear. Be strong. Stand up for yourself. Be kind, be decent. Listen to everyone, listen to the people around you, and stand your ground. You got to stand your ground. There is an active effort. I'll say it every time. There is an active effort to divide us. Active. They're doing it now. They do it on a daily basis. People in power are doing everything they possibly can, utilizing segments of the media to scare the living shit out of you, scare the living shit out of me, to make sure that they can come in and grab more power. No. Just no. I'm not afraid. I hope you're not either. You have a wonderful day. Okay? Peace.